Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devai Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshitarine Vansakalpatarobhascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patita Nama Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Krishna Mataji, you begin and then you line up everyone.
Yes, Guruji. बुद्धेर्भेदं धृतेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानमशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जय. Translation: O winner of wealth, now please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination according to the three modes of material nature.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Bhagavad-gītā. Now, after explaining knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower in three different divisions according to the modes of material nature, the Lord is explaining the intelligence and determination of the worker in the same way. So let's quickly recap. Let's go 3 verses back, where Krishna has explained the work in the mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Okay? So one who performs his duty without association with the modes of material nature, without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering in success or failure is said to be a worker in the mode of goodness. Okay, Akash Prabhu? So with no false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering in success or failure, meaning not being attached to the result of it, just doing it as a matter of duty, is said to be in the mode of goodness. The worker who is attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure, and moved by joy and sorrow, is said to be in the mode of passion, working 14 hours, 15 hours a day. For what? For dying, isn't it? You are working for paying your bills. And if you don't have the time to chant your 16 rounds, don't think that things will get better. The more you go up your ladder in your management, the more work will be piled on you, at you. And it is going to be very difficult. So now you have to make a choice. Either you want to live like this throughout your life, or you do something for your soul. At least something. If not, going for the full time being a devotee, but still start somewhere, because if you don't start now, it's now or never. You're never gonna start. So don't get attached to the work or the fruits of work. Don't desire to enjoy. Do not be greedy. Don't be envious, impure, and don't be moved by joy or sorrowness. Okay? If you do, you are in mode of passion, and don't become a terrorist. The worker who is always engaged in work against the injunctions of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose, and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance. So, all these things, if there are, then we have to make sure that we rise to the mode of goodness. And then now Krishna says that please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination according to the three modes of material nature. Yes, 30th verse.
Gitanshu Prabhuji.
Navartam cha karya bhaya bandha moksham cha yaveti buddha sapartha satvaki. Buddhi. O son, translation, O son of Pratap, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is blind or binding and what is liberating, is in the mode of goodness. This is very important. Performing actions in terms of the directions of the scriptures is called pravritti, or executing actions that deserve to be performed, and actions which are not so directed are not to be performed. One who does not know the scriptural directions becomes entangled in the actions and reactions of work. Understanding which discriminates by intelligence is situated in the mode of goodness. So, what is out to be done? What is not out to be done? So, the 4 regulative principles, we are supposed to stick to that. Meaning, those 4 things are not out to be done. If we are doing that, then we are in complete Maya. We are victimized by Kali Yuga. What ought to be done is Jivera Sarup Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. That we have to be serving Krishna and more importantly his devotees, his disciples. So that is what needs to be done. What is to be feared and what is not to be feared? What is to be feared? If I forget Krishna or somehow I leave the association of devotees, this is to be feared every single day. Okay? I am not doing any aparadh. There should be a fear that knowingly or unknowingly I should not be doing any aparadh. Okay? And what is not to be feared? Our end should never be feared. If we are sticking to these things, 16 rounds, like I was hearing the whole glorification of His Holiness Bhakti Ashra Vaishnava Maharaj, and everyone who was coming, many of them repeated the same thing, that the time when he gave the first initiation on 12th of May, he repeated this thing 3 to 4 times, that if we follow Prabhupada, chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regulative principles, avoiding Vaishnava Aparadh and hearing properly, we will go back to Godhead in this lifetime. He has said that again and again. So if we are just following, it's simple if you see, but it is actually not simple, because there will be many challenges thrown at us. Even if we are trying to be being simple, just minding our own business, 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, serving in the temple, avoiding Vaishnava, there will be test our way. But if we dodge them somehow in the association of senior devotees, then it is guaranteed that we will go back to Krishna in this lifetime. And what is not to be feared is death. Don't fear death. Fear that I did not attend Mangal Arati today. What if I die today? I did not complete my 16 rounds. What if I die today? I will not go back to Godhead. So that is something that needs to be feared. But death, actually, don't fear about the future. Don't fear about death. If you are following everything, it is guaranteed that Krishna will take you back. Okay, 31st.
Chandrasekhar Prabhuji.
Yaya dharmam dharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha aya dhavat prajanati buddhi sa partha rajasi. Translation: O son of Pritha, that understanding which cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, between action that should be done and action that should not be done, is in the mode of passion.
Yeah. So distinguish between religion and irreligion. Religion means our dharma, what needs to be done. And irreligion is what is not to be done, right? So meaning if I go, now you all are practicing devotees, we are all practicing devotees, so we know we will not work in a meat shop, isn't it? We will not work in a liquor store, because we know that that is not as per the scriptural injunctions. So we know that it is irreligion. Even if we are serving, we will also get the karma, right? And what is religion? Our religion is that we do something that is simple, sober, so that we get ample of time for our Krishna bhakti. That is our real dharma. What action that should be done and the action that should not be done. So now we have intelligence in the association of devotees, because we are observing and we are learning from our seniors every day. So we know what needs to be done, what should be avoided. But if someone doesn't know, they are in the mode of passion. Like you see, people who excessive go on for bodybuilding, or they are going on doing things that is actually making the material life more comfortable. But then what about your spiritual life? So that is in complete passion. Next verse.
Tanuj Prabhuji.
Adharmam dharmamitiya manyate tamasvarta svarthana vipartisam cha Tesh cha partha tamasi.
If you see A ke upar that dandi, it means it is a tamasi.
Tamasi.
Okay? Tamasi. Iti ya tamasavrita. Okay? Sarvarthan. Okay?
Okay,
Yes.
Prabhu, thank you.
Translation.
That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction, O Partha, is in the mode of ignorance.
Intelligence in the mode of ignorance is always working the opposite of the way it should. It accepts religions which are not actual religion and rejects actual religion. Men in ignorance understand a great soul to be a common man and accept a common man as a great soul. They think truth to be untruth and accept untruth as truth. In all activities, they simply take the wrong path. Therefore, their intelligence is in the mode of ignorance. Okay? Again, people who make their own religion, people who make their own God, and then because they have to just satisfy their senses. So they make anyone as their God, and then they take money, gold, and whatnot on their name. And that has been going out. They have been cheating crores, millions and millions of simple people. They have been cheated and they are still being cheated and they still don't believe. And they, like people say that Vaishnavas are being brainwashed, but you understand they are so much brainwashed. I spoke with someone and they said that, oh, this so and so, their man made God, they are telling stories that is not even recorded in Ramayana. So they are telling the mysteries that is not even captured by Valmiki, Maharshi Valmiki, and by Goswami Tulsidas. So you see, this is the level, the extent to which they are made fool, and their God died of cancer. So you see, this is unfortunate material world, and that's what happens. And on the other side is this whole terrorist community, who, on the name of religion, again, that is just a mental concoction that they are going to get 72 hoods, and this is just complete sheer illusion and ignorance. So it is a pitiful situation, actually, that they have no idea that in the last class also we discussed that it is not going to be the angels, it is going to be Yamdutas, probably dressed as angels to make fun of them. But yeah, it is going to be them who will welcome them. And they don't need 72. 3 is more than enough for them to give them punishment, right? So this is the extent. And on a very serious note, somewhere we have also been through all these, tests. And then we have been here. That is why rather than being angry or being envious towards them, we were also one of them in some lifetime. So we have to be compassionate. There should always be hope that, okay, today they are under great mode of darkness, illusion, ignorance. But let's pray that someday, because they're also part and parcel of Krishna, isn't it? Mamaya Varamshi Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So pray for them rather being hateful. Yes, they should get punishment, and so should we. If we also do certain aparadh, we are also bound to be punished. So punishment would be there. This is dharma. But still, it does not mean if I do something wrong, so you start hating me. No, yes, I will do my repentance. I would be paying for my sins and I'll be forgiven, but I'll expect you to forgive me as well, isn't it? So why would we become envious or angry towards others? They are all Krishna conscious in one sense. It's just that they don't know yet. 33rd verse.
Akash Prabhuji.
इत्यायेय दायित्ते मनः प्राणेन्द्रिय क्रियाः योगेन विह विचारिणया धृतः स पार्थ सात्विकी. O son of Parth, that determination, O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of the mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness.
Son of Partha is Abhimanyu. Okay. Yeah. Yoga is a means to understand the Supreme Soul. One who is steadily fixed in the Supreme Soul with determination, concentrating one's mind, life, and sensory activities on the Supreme, engages in Krishna consciousness. That sort of determination is in the mode of goodness. The word avyabhicharanya is very significant, for it indicates that persons who are engaged in Krishna consciousness are never deviated by any other activity. Okay, so that determination which is unbreakable. I have to chant my 16 rounds. If I am breathing, I will chant. My chanting will only stop my 16 rounds when I die. Unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice. Consistency is the most powerful technique to control one's mind. You be consistent. Consistent. You are chanting 4 rounds, be consistent. Chant 4 rounds for 1 month, for 6 months, and then increase. Don't go from 4 to 3. 4 should always be 5 or 6, not below that. So we have to be consistent with whatever we have taken up as vow. And which thus controls the activities of the mind, life, and senses is determination in the mode of goodness. So this is all goodness. Okay. Next verse.
Manav Prabhuji.
Ishaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena phalakaංक्षी dhritiya sa partha rajasi. Translation. But that determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the nature of passion, O Arjuna.
Any person who is always desirous of fruitive results in religious or economic activities, whose only desire is sense gratification, and whose mind, life, and senses are thus engaged in the mode of passion. So not everyone who comes to the temple come for Krishna. Many people come to see if they can make money out of the temple. Many people come to find beautiful boys or girls in the temple. Many people come to find fame, so that I will also become one of them, and then I will become famous in the world of spirituality. So people come with different desires, people worship with different desires, or any work done, material or spiritual. It is all in the mode of passion. In my company, there was someone, and they somehow got to know that we have that satsang in the temple and everything. And I told them that we have every day Zoom classes, morning, and probably twice a week we have evening classes. So then they asked me, so how much do you charge? And I told them that why should we charge for it? It is all free. And they did not believe it. They said that no, this is not possible. Why would you do that? Why shouldn't you charge for it? And I thought that no, Krishna wants our time. Actually, he does not want our money or anything else. So there is no question of charging. We have sufficient. Each one of us, Krishna is providing for us. He's providing us oxygen. He's providing us food, shelter, and everything. And he'll keep providing us. So why do we have to charge to sit and discuss about him? But it was I could see that shock, that this is really unbelievable, because for a materialist, anything that they do, it should give something in result monetary wise. So they were like, oh really, if I go and if I cook Sunday feast, will you give me some money? And I laughed. I said, why should we give you money to cook? That is a seva. Okay, if I learn Sanskrit and start teaching Gita, will you give me money? No, we will not give you money. This is never about money. So you see, that is complete mode of passion. The whole thinking, the whole inception is that I will do this, but not as a seva bhav. I will do this for money. So that is complete mode of passion. And believe it or not, many people, they have this mindset. Not even outsiders, even people who come to the temple. But luckily, in the association, we have a really great group now. Maharaj, who just went, he went back to Vrindavan now, His Holiness Bhakti Anugrah Janardhan Maharaj, he really appreciated our community in Dublin. He said that he enjoyed spending time for question and answer with all the young devotees here and the Zoom classes that we've been holding. He says it's really unique, even though you are not coming physically together, but still online you are connected. So he was really impressed by all these things. So yes, it's a great community and we learn by seeing each other actually. Because see, money doesn't matter. When we die, the name that we are taking, that is our real wealth. That is going to go with us. The seva that we are doing, our humility, our giving up of pride, all these things, this is our real wealth actually. These are the wealth that will be seen when we go back to Vaikunt. Our bank balance, they don't need our bank balance. Probably rupiah or euros or dollars doesn't even work there. Humility works there. So we are working towards that. So that is probably even beyond goodness. Moving ahead, 35th.
Shama Sakhi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदम् एव च न विमोचन्ति दुर्मेधाः धृति सा पार्थ तामसी. And that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, and morosence and illusion. Such unintelligent determination, O son of Protha, is in the mode of darkness.
Yeah, now this is also very, very, if you take it personally, this is for all of us. We are only dreaming. I will do preaching like this. Oh, I will do this. I will learn Mridanga. I will learn. Have you learned? No, we are just dreaming, just thinking in our mind. Okay, we are making plans every morning, but we are not doing anything, isn't it? I will do this. I will do that. Where is the action? Just dreaming. So that is ignorance. So it should not be considered that a person is in the mode of goodness, does not dream. Here, dream means too much sleep. Dreaming is always present. Either in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, dreaming is a natural occurrence. But those who cannot avoid oversleeping, who cannot avoid the pride of enjoying material objects, who are always dreaming of lording it over the material world, and whose life, mind, and senses are thus engaged, are considered to have determination in the mode of ignorance. Okay? So this is also one of the way to understand this, that you are overly doing anything, overly thinking of enjoying material life, but at the same time, just thinking and not doing anything spiritually. I will start chanting 16 rounds, but I am just thinking. It is good, at least you are thinking, but when are you going to act on it? I will take Kantimala. Okay, work towards it. Don't just think, right? I will start this series. I will start reading half an hour every day. Don't think, do it now. If you don't do it, it is just in the mode of ignorance. That is just something stuck, and it is now or never actually. It will be 2 years before you understand that you had to actually do that thing. And I am an example. That is why I am telling you, I wasted 10 years just thinking, we'll do this, we'll do that. Someone will come and tell me, then only I will be serious in my spiritual life. Or when the life is going to kick me down, when something happens, someone dies, or some great thing happens, then only I will take this seriously. So, like I was a fool, don't be like that. You take this seriously now. Okay, moving ahead, 36.
Meenu Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sukham tva idanim trividham shurnu me bharatarshava abhyasadrumate yatra dukhantam cha nigacchati. Translation. O best of the Bhartas, now please hear me from me about the three kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys and by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress.
A conditioned soul tries to enjoy material happiness again and again. Thus, he chose the chewed. But sometimes, in the course of such enjoyment, he becomes relieved from material entanglement by association with the great soul. In other words, a conditioned soul is always engaged in some type of self gratification, but when he understands by good association that it is only a repetition of the same thing and he is awakened to his real Krishna consciousness, he is sometimes relieved from such repetitive so-called happiness. So we discussed only two people are happy. One who is a fool. He will always be happy, like a mad person. You go to a psychiatric ward, they are laughing for no reason, isn't it? So they are always happy. The fool, ignorant. And second, who is a devotee, he is always happy because he is getting spiritual happiness. When we are constantly seeing our goal and we see how far we have come, and just it's a matter of time that we are going to achieve our goal, we'll definitely be happy. So only two people are happy in this world, and the third person in between. Anyone who thinks they are happy, this is just a temporary happiness. It is said that sukh ka abhav, dukh ka abhav hi sukh hai, meaning that the lack of distress is the so-called happiness of this material world. There is no material happiness. There is nothing called material happiness. It is illusion actually. This place was made and happiness was not a part of this place actually. So there is no point of trying to find happiness. We will fail. We have been failing miserably. And when we feel we are happy, we are not happy. We are just not sad. That is only our happiness. It's about time we understand that. 37th verse.
Abhishek Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yattattagre visham eva pariname amritopamam tatsukham sattikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization, is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness.
This is one of the most important verses for all the practicing devotees. In the pursuit of self-realization, one has to follow many rules and regulations to control the mind and the senses and to concentrate the mind on the self. All these procedures are very difficult, bitter like poison. But if one is successful in following the regulations and comes to the transcendental position, he begins to drink real nectar and he enjoys life. So our bhakti in the beginning is difficult. It is really difficult. And congratulations that we are trying our best to somehow do bhakti. Because if we look back at our material lives, we would, at this time, we would have gone out for a movie, or in McDonald's or out on a ride or whatever it is, or if we were in India, just going here and there. Now, transitioning from there to this life initially is not easy because there we were, even it was impermanent, non-permanent happiness, but we thought that there is something over there, but then we are dragged here somehow. And it is difficult. Concentrating while chanting is difficult. It's not easy. And people were chanting 16 rounds, 2 hours every day, just for chanting. It is not easy. It is difficult, but still trying. Waking up in the morning, many of us fail. I have terribly failed at that. And it is all your mercy that somehow I am going and waking up for Mangal Aarti. If you were not there, it would have been impossible for me as well. So it is difficult. It is like poison. Every morning when the alarm goes, we are like, why? Why, Krishna? Why are you being so hard on us? Let us sleep. So it is poison. But in the end, there will be a day where if you sleep past your alarm time, let's say you have to wake up at 4 a.m. every day, and in the future, 10 years down the line, it will be a habit. You wouldn't like waking up at 4:30. You would want to wake up at 4 o'clock because you will start enjoying it. That poison will turn into nectar. Like I remember when I started, probably 2010, 2011, my friend and I, we had to travel a lot, probably 1.5, 2 hours one way to get to the temple. And it was not very soothing way. It was all polluted, taking auto rickshaw, then a public bus, then walking for 1-2 kilometers. So it was very, very difficult, that journey. I still remember. But then we would go and I would sit one-on-one with my counselor, and then there would be classes. But after some time, when the evening used to come, it was like enough for me. That's it. I am done for the day. I cannot, people, the devotees used to live in the temple for the Mangal Aarti next day, but I was like, I am done. In the evening, I have to run away. Go back to my place. Even if it's a 2-hour journey, I cannot live here. So that was my mindset. It was like a poison to me. Yes, I love to go and have some interaction, but for me, 30 minutes, 40 minutes is more than enough. You give me prasadam and bye bye. That's it. Don't expect me, I'll be there for hours and hours. But now it has completely changed with time. Now in the temple, I would really like to be or like to stay for the night and attend the Mangal Aarti. So now that does not haunt me. Initially, it used to haunt me that, okay, now time is up 5 p.m., 6 p.m., that's it, go back. But now 5, 6 p.m. doesn't even count. I should be there at least doing Kirtan 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and only when everything is closed, the Govindas is closing, then you go home because you have to go. That is the thing. So with this experience, I can tell you that initially it was poison, but now I started enjoying that. So it will happen with all of us that in the end, we will not be able to live without Krishna. A day will come. Just wait for that day. Continue doing what we are doing. And this is real sadhana. Initially, it will be poison. In the end, it will be amrit, nectar. Next verse.
Jyoti Mataji. Vishendriya sanyoga dagrematopamam parname vishame tatsukham rajasam smritam. The happiness which is derived from the contact of the senses with their object and which appears like nectar at first but poison at the end is said to be of nature of passion.
A young man and a young woman meet, and the senses drive the young man to see her, to touch her, and to have sexual intercourse. In the beginning, this may be very pleasing to the senses, but at the end, or after some time, it becomes just like poison. They are separated, or there is divorce, there is lamentation, there is sorrow, etc. Such happiness is always in the mode of passion. Happiness derived from a combination of the senses and the sense objects is always a cause of distress and should be avoided by all means. Similarly, smoking. In the beginning, it is very, those who have smoked, they would know that it relieves your nerves in medical terms. It expands your nerves so that the tension is released. And then you become habituated. But what happens after that? Your end is you will have lung cancer, isn't it? Drinking. In the beginning, it will transport you to a different world. You will feel that fake bliss. But after a certain time, it will start damaging your internal organs. You will start losing control over yourself. And in the end, it will be very ugly. Poison in the end, what appeared to be nectar in the beginning. Similarly, relationships. In the beginning, everything is very good. The boy and the girl meet. They have a happy time. There is a honeymoon period. And then after that, what happens? There is fight. Probably the loved ones might die. They might have some disease, or there is separation. There could be so many things. So in the early days, it was like a nectar, but in the end, it is like a poison. So anything we are attached to, if that is not Krishna, it is because it is not eternal. Understand this. That is why the distress. Krishna is eternal. That is why he will never, ever give us pain in the end. Everyone will betray us. Remember, everyone. And when I say this, it doesn't have to be that literally they are betraying us. By betraying, it means that till death do us apart, isn't it? They will be with us only till our life ends. After that, they have their own journey. I have my own journey, isn't it? So we will have to part no matter what, but only Krishna has been with me since I was created and will be with me throughout. So why should I not place my heart, my everything, give it to Krishna? Because he has been with me. He knows me more than I know myself. I know what I have done in my past 30 years, but Krishna knows what I have done in my past 30 lives. So he knows me better. He knows there are many things that I am still discovering about myself, that I have fear of this thing, I like this thing, I can't deal with this thing. So there are many instances that have not showed up still in my life. So when that comes up, then I know, oh, really, I didn't know this, that this is how I behave in certain situation. This is how I react. But Krishna knows. He knows that if I put this person in certain situation, this is how he's going to react. If I throw this problem his way, this is how he's going to handle. He knows better than me. So why not put everything and give everything to that person who is always with me, right? 39th.
Guru Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yadagre chanubande cha sukam mohanamatmanah nidralasya pramatotham tattamasam udharatam. Translation: and that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion, is said to be of the nature of ignorance.
Yeah. One who takes pleasure in laziness and in sleep is certainly in the mode of darkness, ignorance. And one who has no idea how to act and how not to act is also in the mode of ignorance. For the person in the mode of ignorance, everything is illusion. There is no happiness either in the beginning or at the end. For the person in the mode of passion, there might be some kind of ephemeral happiness in the beginning and at the end distress. But for the persons in the mode of ignorance, there is only distress both in the beginning and at the end. So from starting, they are unhappy. Till the end, they are unhappy. Complete depression. Now, depression, there is a very important thing from one of my mentors I was hearing today. So they said very important thing today. I meant to share, but it was on their status and it was a video, so I could not ask them because they are really busy. So they said in the video that if our hands and our legs are not working, we will be depressed. Meaning that we have to go out and do certain activities with our hand and with our legs, meaning either cleaning the temple, going out for a run, exercising, do something that involves both hand and your legs. If you are not involving these two organs of your body, you will be depressed because we are not completely spiritual yet. If we are not finding taste in chanting, sitting at one place and chanting 64 rounds, if you can do that, then there is no question of depression. For the people who have just begun practicing bhakti, so we have to engage physically as well, meaning that we should work with our body, working out, jumping, whatever it could be, cooking, walking, it needs to be done. Then he said it is guaranteed you will not be depressed. Okay? So yeah, these people in the mode of ignorance, they are completely morose from the starting to the end, depressed, anxious. 40th verse.
Bhavna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Na tad asti pratyavam va devi deva suva puna satvam prakrati jar muktam yad etya satya tribir gunai. There is no beginning existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary system, which is freed from these three modes of born of material nature.
There is no being existing, meaning everyone who is in this material world, 8.4 million species, including Lord Brahma, Jiva Brahma, they are all under the modes of material nature. The Lord here summarizes the total influence of the three modes of material nature all over the universe. So if we are here, that means we are in the mode of material nature. Okay? So now the question will be, what about our Guru? Like Shyamasaki Mataji asked. I think you asked, Mataji, or maybe I think you asked, yeah. The Guru is not a human being. Do not mistake your Guru to be an ordinary human being. Like when Krishna came, he appeared as a human being. So people mistook him. But he said, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tatvata taktval deham panal janma na eti mameti savarjuna. That I may appear like human, but I am the Supreme. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusham dehamasthitham. That just out of the causeless mercy for his devotees, he comes as a human and does human-like activities, but he is not a human. Similarly, our Gurudev is not a human. Though they have appeared in the body of a human, they are a tattva, Guru tattva, Shaktyavesh avatar. They will appear like human, meaning they will also fall sick, they will also eat, they will also sleep. But the things they can do, we cannot do that. Prabhupada in that age traveled 14 times throughout the world. In that age, you can't imagine. When you are 70 plus, you will get to know. That too in a foreign land, which is very cold, and you are not wearing jeans or jacket. No, you are in your dhoti kurta, the robe of a sannyasi, and you are cooking your own meals. You are cooking for everyone, in fact. You are writing your books. You are selling your own books. You are practically doing everything at the age of 70. Can you imagine? Any sane human being or an ordinary human being, they cannot do what Prabhupada has done in his 70s. Those who are reading Prabhupada Lilamrit should know by now the struggle that is something extraordinary. Na bhuto, na bhavishyati. Like I said, that probably in the next Bhagavatam we will have Prabhupada Lilamrit as well written. This is just my view, I'm not just quoting Shastra here. But yeah, that is my bhav towards Prabhupada, that what he has done, no one has ever done that. No one. And no one can do that. That shows that they are not ordinary living being. They are empowered being. Like Mahaprabhu said, my soldiers gonna come. Krishna has empowered them. Shakti Avesh Avatar. Shakti Avesh Avatar. Okay? So yeah, 41.
Geetanshu Prabhuji.
Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha Parantapam Karmani Pravibhaktani Swabhava Prabhavergune. Translation: Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras are distinguished by the qualities born of their own natures in accordance with the material modes, O chastiser of the enemy.
Yes. Now, see the beauty of two intelligent men talking. We say na isharo mein baat hui hai yahan pe. So all of a sudden, why is Krishna saying this to Arjun? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra are distinguished by the qualities born of their own nature in accordance with the material modes. O chastiser of the enemy. O chastiser of the enemy, right? So he is saying Param Tapa means the subduer of the enemy, means he wants him to fight. And he's saying that you have a particular nature, Arjun, and use that for Krishna, use that for me. Isn't it? You are a Kshatriya. That is why he is giving these 4 classes. There is a Brahman, there is a Kshatriya, there is a Vaishya, and there is Shudra. They have all their natures. You are a chastiser of the enemy, Arjun, meaning you are born to fight. You are a warrior. And you say you don't want to fight, you have to fight. So this is Isharu mein baat. That Arjun, please get up and fight. Now, this is, and we will not take this verse. This is very important verse, 42nd. This is the quality of a Brahman. If anyone gets Brahman initiation, they have to try for all these qualities: peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness, that we are going to take in the next class, because we have a request of discussing about Ritvikism. So first let's take the question and answer, and after this we will have that discussion. Okay? Please raise your hands.
Sorry, Prabhuji, the last verse that we cited.
Yeah.
So it's the explanation says in accordance to material modes.
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
What does that mean?
In accordance to the material modes means that because of the particular mode you are in, like let's say I want to preach Krishna consciousness. Okay, I want to become a preacher. Now I will either have to be in the mode of goodness or the lowest mode of passion. I cannot be in the mode of ignorance and become a preacher. Right? If I keep on sleeping, if I don't do the adhyay, I don't study shastras, I don't have purity, I am not chanting my rounds, so I won't be able to do preaching. So as per the modes, my nature goes. Does that make sense? If you have to, let's say, become a warrior, a soldier, you cannot go to the enemy with folded hands that Prabhu, let's sit and discuss Bhagavad-gītā. No, you will go with your AK-47, your rifles to fight. So that means you have to be in the mode of passion. That will be your main mode, isn't it? Because you are going to fight on a war, right? You cannot go to a bar and then study Bhagavad-gītā over there. No, you are going to a bar to drink liquor. You are in the mode of ignorance.
Good. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Haribol. Yes, Shyama Sakhi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी आप जो बताया कि गुरु मतलब वो तो है कि ह्यूमन फॉर्म में आते हैं, वो दे आर ऑल्सो 3 मोड्स के ऊपर है. बट मेरा क्वेश्चन ये कि अगर वो 3 मोड्स के ऊपर है, व्हेन राम और कृष्ण जब आए थे ह्यूमन फॉर्म में, तो उनका कोई फॉल डाउन तो नहीं हुआ था, बट गुरु लोग का फिर फॉल डाउन क्यों होता है?
राम और कृष्ण गुरु नहीं थे ना माता जी. राम और
फिर
कृष्ण
भी अगर वो भगवान है, हम तो गुरु को मानते हैं ना कि दे जस्ट कृष्ण का मतलब मैसेंजर के हिसाब से आते हैं.
तो फिर गुरु का फॉल डाउन कभी नहीं होता है माता जी. देखिए, पहले समझिए कि गुरु क्या है और कौन है. इसीलिए हमको बस रश नहीं करना है कि कोई अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं तो वो हमारे गुरु होने चाहिए, कोई व्हाइट स्किन है तो हमारे गुरु होने चाहिए, या फिर कोई ब्रज में वास कर रहे हैं तो वो हमारे गुरु होने चाहिए. नहीं, हमको बहुत अच्छे से समझना है कि हमारे गुरु कौन हो सकते हैं. गुरु जो सन्यासी होते हैं या फिर जो गुरु भी होते हैं माता जी, वो भी अलग अलग प्रकार के होते हैं. हमको जज नहीं करना, ये हम अपनी समझ के लिए, जिनकी अभी दीक्षा नहीं हुई है उनके लिए ये बात मैं बता रहा हूँ कि समय लीजिए. ऐसे रश नहीं करना है कि 4 लोगों ने मान लीजिए कि एक गुरु से दीक्षा ली तो हमने भी उनसे लेना. नहीं, भेड़ चाल हमने नहीं चलनी है. मेरा पर्सनल कनेक्शन है क्या? मैं कभी भी मेरे गुरु महाराज से इसलिए दीक्षा नहीं लिया क्योंकि अमोघ प्रभु उनके डिसाइपल है, या मोहन रूपा प्रभु है, या फिर मान लो अमरेंद्र प्रभु है, या कोई भी नहीं, इसलिए नहीं लिया. मैंने इन लोगों से सुना जरूर उनका ग्लोरिफिकेशन, बट मैंने खुद, मैं गया, बैठा, मैंने एनर्जी महसूस किया मेरे लाइफ में, राइट. मुझे पूर्णतः विश्वास हुआ, मेरी साधना जो भी रही, मेरा आदान प्रदान जो भी भगवान से रहा, मेरी प्रार्थनाएं जो भी रही, जब मैं उनके सामने बैठा तो मुझे उसका उत्तर मिला. ठीक है, इसलिए मैंने महाराज से रिक्वेस्ट किया कि मुझे दीक्षा चाहिए. सो 3 प्रकार होता है माता जी. पहला कि वो हो सकते हैं नित्य सिद्ध. नित्य सिद्ध मतलब कि वो गोलोक धाम से आए हैं, जैसे प्रभुपाद हो गए, वो नित्य सिद्ध हैं, उनका फॉल डाउन इम्पॉसिबल है. प्रभुपाद तो खुल के बोलते थे, मेरा फॉल डाउन हो ही नहीं सकता है, माया कैन नॉट टच मी, कलयुग कैन नॉट टच मी. दैट इज अ बोल्ड स्टेटमेंट. सबके बस की बोलने की बात नहीं है, अगले दिन पटक देगी माया देवी आपको, अगर सोच भी लिया ऐसा अंदर से. प्रभुपाद खुल के बोलते थे क्योंकि नित्य सिद्ध है, उनको पता है कृष्ण के लिए आए हैं, कृष्ण के लिए जाएंगे यहाँ से. दूसरे होते हैं माता जी कृपा सिद्ध, जिन पर कृपा हो जाती है गुरु की. जैसे अभी वैष्णव महाराज ने बताया कि उनका अंतिम क्षण था, उनको हार्ट में प्रॉब्लम हुआ था जब गुरु महाराज गए, और उनको किसी ने बोला कि आप जीवित नहीं रह सकते थे, आपकी जो दशा बता रही थी वो आप खत्म थे, सांस ऑक्सीजन भी बंद हो गया था, सब कुछ बंद हो गया था, खत्म हो गया था. परंतु उन्होंने बताया कि आपके जो गुरु है वो बड़े स्ट्रांग, आपका जो दशा है, आपके गुरु बहुत स्ट्रांग है और उनकी कृपा से अभी आप चल रहे हैं. तो ये मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि वो इस कैटेगरी में, कभी भी गलती से भी किसी को हमको कैटेगराइज नहीं करना है. मैं बस एक उदाहरण दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि अभी हम उनका ग्लोरिफिकेशन सुन रहे हैं. तो ही माइट बी नित्य सिद्ध एज वेल, राइट. बट यहाँ ये बस ये एग्जाम्पल है कि इसको बोलते हैं कृपा सिद्ध, कि गुरु की कृपा मिल गई. जैसे प्रभुपाद ने बहुत लोगों को उन्होंने कृपा प्रदान की अपनी, कि आप जाए. अब भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर ने भी बहुत लोगों को कृपा दी अपनी कि आप जाएं और प्रीचिंग करें, बट सबने नहीं बटोरा उसको. प्रभुपाद गए और उन्होंने जाके फॉरेन में प्रीचिंग करी, तो कृपा सिद्धि यहाँ से मिली उनको. और तीसरे होते हैं साधना सिद्ध. साधना सिद्ध मतलब कि इतनी अच्छी साधना की, इतनी अच्छी, जैसे हरिदास ठाकुर हुए, उन्होंने साधना ऐसी की कि वो सिद्ध हो गए साधना कर करके, राइट. तो अगर ये 3 गुण हमको दिख रहा है किसी में, तब आप आंख बंद करके, और प्रोवाइडेड वो प्रामाणिक लाइन ऑफ डिसिप्लिन सक्सेशन में आ रहे हैं, तब आप उनसे दीक्षा अवश्य लें. लेकिन जैसे मान लीजिए अभी बहुत लोग, आप लोग एस्पायर कर रहे हैं, बहुत न्यू सन्यासीज है, एंड दे माइट बी वन ऑफ दीज 3, राइट. बट ऐसे बहुत होते हैं जो जिन्होंने प्रयास किया परंतु कहीं ना कहीं नहीं हो पाया, बहुत थे जो वापस से गृहस्थ आश्रम में आ गए, बहुत थे जिनसे पालन नहीं हो सका सन्यास का। तो अभी बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट हो गया इस कॉर्नर, बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट, क्योंकि बहुत सारे, और इट्स नॉट ओनली इन दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आप वर्ल्ड के किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में चले जाएं। इस्कॉन का नाम इसलिए इतना आता है क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा फ्लरिश हुआ है इस्कॉन, बट ऐसे बहुत बड़े सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जहाँ पे भी ये सारी चीजें होती हैं, वहाँ पे दिस इज बाउंड टू बी, क्योंकि हमको कभी जज इसलिए नहीं कर सकते कि माया देवी तो हमको बच्चे समझ के छोड़ देती है कि तुम्हें क्या करूं मैं, बट जो उस लेवल पे आ गया संन्यास लेवल पे, उसका असली टेस्ट होता है, उनका टेस्ट होता है। तो इसीलिए आज हमने सुना वैष्णव महाराज के लिए भी कि उसमें बोला गया है कि 2 ही लोग टिक सकते हैं जैसे महाराज जी टिके हैं। एक जिन्होंने बहुत सहन किया है, उनके जीवन में बहुत सहा है, बहुत कुछ सहा है। दूसरा जिन्होंने बहुत फॉरगिव किया है दूसरों को। यही 2 लोग भक्ति में टिक सकते हैं, दैट टू इन द एसोसिएशन ऑफ डिवोटीज। हम बाहर रह के भक्ति कर सकते हैं, परंतु भक्तों के संग में रह के भक्ति करना बड़ा मुश्किल, इतना आसान नहीं है। देयर इज सो मच ऑफ जजमेंट, देयर इज सो मच ऑफ एंड देयर कुड बी एनवियसनेस, क्योंकि माया देवी बीच में फूट डालेंगे ना, कलयुग फूट डालते हैं, तो बहुत सारी चीजें को झेलना पड़ता है। जो उस लेवल पे पहुंचा ना, जो भी हमको आज दिख रहे हैं ये बड़े चेहरे, उन्होंने बहुत तपस्या की है। मैं आज वही सुन रहा था तो उसमें बता रहे थे जो प्रभु जी जो सर्व भी कर रहे थे महाराज को, बोलते थे कभी कभी तो हम लोग डांट देते थे उनको। जब वृंदावन के मैनेजमेंट में थे महाराज जी, तो बोले हम लोग छोटे थे फिर भी हम लोग डांट देते थे, महाराज चुप रहते थे, चुपचाप सुन लेते थे, कुछ भी नहीं बोलते थे। तभी तो आज वो उस लेवल पर हैं कि उनके बारे में भविष्यवाणी हो रही कि सबसे ज्यादा डिसाइपल्स अभी इनके होने वाले, राइट। सो ये होता है कि अगर ऐसे किसी को गुरु मिल रहे, जैसे आपके भी गुरु हैं, राइट, या बहुत सारे अभी गुरु हैं, तो हमको पता है कि इट इज इम्पॉसिबल फॉर देयर फॉल डाउन, ऐसा नहीं होगा, क्योंकि उन्होंने ये सारे टेस्ट पास किए हुए हैं माता जी। वो कई सालों से लगे हुए हैं अपने गुरु प्रभुपाद के मिशन में, उनके लिए वो सेवा कर रहे हैं। तो फिर प्रभुपाद का उत्तरदायित्व हो जाता है कि अगर कहीं से भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि कुछ होगा, तो प्रभुपाद आके हाथ पकड़ लेंगे कि नहीं, ये मेरा शिष्य है, इसने जीवन समर्पण किया है मेरे लिए, मैं इसका नहीं गिरने दूंगा मैं इसको, राइट। बट हम जब गुरु ले रहे हैं तो हमको क्या करना है, हमको उनको बहुत अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व करना है, बहुत अच्छे से, किसी के वाणी में नहीं जा रहे। क्योंकि मान लो मैं आया हूं इसको पैसे ऐंठने के लिए, अब मैंने आपको बोला कि आप इन गुरु से ले लो, बट मेरी तो मंशा ही कुछ गलत थी ना, तो आप मेरे बोलने पे ले लिए, गुरु का भी फॉल डाउन हुआ, मेरा भी फॉल डाउन हुआ, और आप भी ना घर के ना घाट के। तो इसलिए दूसरों के कहने पे नहीं जाना है। हाँ, जिसकी साधना हम अच्छी देख रहे हैं, जैसे मान लीजिए अमरेंद्र प्रभु के हम लेक्चर सुन रहे हैं, हम फुल्ली कन्विंस्ड हैं कि वो साधना सिद्ध है, उनकी क्या तगड़ी साधना है, राइट। तो अगर वो किसी का बखान करते हैं, बोलते हैं, तो यस, हम जरूर उनके बारे में सुनेंगे, जानना चाहेंगे। या कोई भी है, बड़े बड़े जो भी है, वो अगर किसी के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमको पता है कि हमने उनकी साधना देखी है, जब वो बोलते हैं तो उनकी प्योरिटी झलकती है, निकलती है। हम चाहते हैं कि उनका लेक्चर और सुने और हम माला उठाएं, अच्छे से जप करें, या फिर अच्छे से कीर्तन करें, या फिर अच्छे से सेवा करें, मतलब कि उनकी साधना बड़ी स्ट्रांग है, राइट। तो अगर वो बोल रहे हैं किसी के बारे में, तो वो बहुत महान होंगे, वो व्यक्तित्व, ठीक है।
ठीक है प्रभु जी, और एक क्वेश्चन है, मतलब काफी दिनों से विश्वामित्रों को देखे, वो तो ब्रह्मर्षि थे, फिर वो हाउ ही गॉट ट्रैप्ड बाय ब्रह्मा?
क्योंकि विश्वामित्र जो थे माता जी, वो आउट ऑफ पैशन, आउट ऑफ चैलेंज वो तपस्या कर रहे थे। वो क्यों तपस्या कर रहे थे? क्योंकि वो थे क्षत्रिय और उनको एक ब्राह्मण ने हरा दिया था, जो कि वशिष्ठ मुनि थे। जब वो एक ब्राह्मण से हारे तो उनका ईगो बहुत हर्ट हो गया कि मैं ब्राह्मण से कैसे हार गया, तो मैं भी ब्रह्म ऋषि बनूंगा अब। तो इसलिए तब वही तो मैंने बोला कि उनका मोटिवेशन था, वो प्योर भक्ति नहीं थी, वो आउट ऑफ मोटिवेशन कि मुझे भी ऐसा बनना है, इनको हराना है, इसलिए वो कर रहे थे। फिसल गए वो मेनका की वजह से, फिर दूसरी बार प्रयास किया, फिर फिसले, फिर उन्होंने अपना ईगो डाउन किया। वो गए वशिष्ठ मुनि के पास और विनम्रता से निवेदन किया कि आप कैसे ब्रह्म ऋषि बने, मैं आपसे ईर्ष्या में कर रहा हूं, आप मेरा मार्गदर्शन करें। फिर उन्होंने क्षमा किया, क्योंकि क्या हुआ था कि जब उनको उपाधि भी मिल गई थी ना ब्रह्म ऋषि की, फिर भी उनके अंदर वो अहंकार था कि मैं ब्रह्म ऋषि हूँ अब। तो सब उनको ब्रह्म ऋषि मानते थे, लेकिन वशिष्ठ मुनि अभी भी उनको क्षत्रिय ही बोलते थे। तो एक दिन उन्होंने अपना ईगो लोअर किया और जाके बोला कि मेरी भूल चूक मुझे बताओ। तो उन्होंने बोला है कि आप अभी भी ना आपका धनुष बाण लेकर चलते हो, अगर आप ब्राह्मण बन गए हो तो आप क्षत्रिय की चीजें क्यों लेके चल रहे हो? मतलब आप में अभी भी अहंकार है, उसको छोड़ो पहले। उन्होंने छोड़ा, उनको दंडवत प्रणाम किया, अपनी भूल स्वीकार की, ईगो पूरा खत्म किया। तब उस दिन वशिष्ठ मुनि ने गले लाकर बोला अब से आप ब्रह्म ऋषि जाने जाओगे। तो आउट ऑफ पैशन कर रहे थे माता जी, नॉट आउट ऑफ गुडनेस।
ओके ओके,
ठीक है,
थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
हरि बोल। यस, गुणा माता जी।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, could you please explain again what is false ego? How would I know that I'm doing anything
You
out of my
associate
false ego?
yourself with body, that is false ego.
Okay.
आप जो भी कर रहे हैं बॉडी के स्तर पर कर रहे हैं, दैट इज फॉल्स ईगो। ठीक है, जब आप कंप्लीटली कृष्णमयी हो जाएंगे, सब कुछ कृष्ण के लिए करेंगे, उस दिन वो फॉल्स ईगो ट्रू ईगो में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा।
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji, just one more question. Yesterday, कल हम लोग read कर रहे थे ना कि I think it's 1820 जिसमें बोला है कि spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, like birds हो या animals हो. So why it is said that we should not keep dogs as pets in our house? ऐसे usually मैंने सुना है, like
क्योंकि आप जिनके साथ एसोसिएट करोगे आप वैसे बन जाओगे। आप डॉग के साथ एसोसिएट करोगे, आप अगले जन्म में डॉग बनोगे। अगर आप डॉग बन गए, तो आप भगवत प्राप्ति कैसे करोगे? बताओ। ठीक है, और अगर आप डॉग को पालते हो तो नेचुरली आप अटैच हो जाते हो। हम किसी को भी जो हमसे कमजोर है ना, उसके साथ रहते हैं तो हम उससे अटैच होते हैं। जैसे बच्चे क्यों बच्चों से अटैच होते हैं? क्योंकि दे नीड आवर शेल्टर, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाई वी गेट अटैच, वी फील प्रोटेक्टिव ऑफ देम। सिमिलरली हम जो भी पेट्स रखते हैं, कुत्ता हो, बिल्ली हो, तोता हो, कुछ भी हो, हम सोचते हैं कि मैं उसका जीवन चलाऊंगा ना, मैं खाना दूंगा तो बेचारा खा पाएगा, मैं घुमाने जाऊंगा तो घूमेगा, कौन है मेरे अलावा इसका? तो वी आर प्रोटेक्टिव, हम उससे अटैच हो जाते हैं, बॉन्ड हो जाते हैं उससे। तो इसीलिए हमारा पतन हो जाता है वहां पे। हमको अपने आप को दिखता है ना, जब आप उड़ान भरते हैं तो क्या बोलते हैं कि दूसरों की सहायता करने से पहले खुद की सहायता करें। अभी खुद हम पड़े हुए हैं माया में और हम सोच रहे हैं कि हम दूसरे का भगवान बन के बैठे यहाँ पे, तो फिर तो हम गए ना काम से, डबल दोनों तरफ से गए हम, ना खुद का ही कुछ कर पाए, ना उस कुत्ते के लिए कुछ कर पाए। Isn't it? इसलिए पेट्स आर तो बी अटैच्ड विद अ काउ, क्योंकि अगर आप उनसे अटैच हो, गुडनेस, राइट? नहीं, हाँ, फीलिंग इज फाइन, बट आप कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? डोंट डू एनीथिंग। आपको लग रहा है कि आप अच्छा कर रहे हो, आपको स्वर्ग मिलेगा, जो कि बहुत ही दुखद समाचार है। स्वर्ग मिलना अच्छी बात नहीं है, आप फंस जाओगे यहीं पे, हम लोग निकल जाएंगे। मतलब सिर्फ आपकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, जो भी ऐसा सोच रहा है या करता है तो फिर बुरा लगेगा। फिर isn't it? यहाँ पे ही रह गए हम अच्छाई के। तो ये अच्छाई तो बस मटीरियल स्तर पे हो गया ना, स्पिरिचुअली थोड़ी रहा ये, राइट?
थैंक यू।
यस, हाँ, कौन बोल रहा है? हाँ, बोलिए प्रभु जी।
A good example is in Bharat adopted the
yes, प्रभु जी,
deer, and then it became a deer.
Yeah. Thank you, प्रभु जी। Yes, Abhishek Didi, प्रभु जी।
Prabhu, my question is related. I was supposed to ask something else, but there's a follow-up question to what Puna Mataji was asking. Is that when you do a karma, it means you are going to get a benefit of this.
Yes.
So if you do good karma, basically you are creating another opportunity to be born again.
Yes.
So this part is okay. But we don't know how many bad karmas we have done. So if the understanding is like this, that if you have, let's say, very bad karma reservoir, lot of bad karma, and if you do good karma, there will be cancer.
No, never.
Or you have to
bear their reactions individually.
So they are all individual. So all bad karmas, we have to face tough times. All good karmas, we have to either take new birth or take minutes. So it's everything is individual. It's not compensating each other.
No, never. It can never compensate.
And so that's clear. The confusion is clear, because I was thinking sometimes people say that if you do
No.
karma, it will compensate your problem.
आपने किसी को गोली मार दी और उसके घर वालों को 2 लाख रुपए दे दिए, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि आप बच जाओगे? भले करप्ट गवर्नमेंट आपको छोड़ दे, यमराज थोड़ी छोड़ेंगे आपको। 2 लाख रुपए दिए हैं, उसके लिए 2 दिन स्वर्ग में जाएंगे, और गोली मारी है उसके लिए 1 जन्म नरक में जाएंगे आप। दोनों का भुगतान करना पड़ेगा आपको इंडिविजुअली।
Understand. So the definition is very clear. It's individual, one by one.
Yes.
Okay. Now the original question which I wanted to ask was related to Maya Devi, and my understanding, I think you have answered this question in many other contexts, and this always pops up in my mind, that Maya Devi is actually the energy of Bhagavan Krishna, which means whatever Maya Devi is doing is actually what Bhagavan Krishna is telling. It is nothing is happening beyond.
ऐसे समझिए, आपको और इजी हो क्वेश्चन फ्रेम करने में, कि जो जेलर होता है, सुपरिटेंडेंट होता है, वो भी एग्जाम पास किया है, ठीक है, और गवर्नमेंट के रूल्स पढ़े हैं, गवर्नमेंट का एग्जाम पास किया है, इंटरव्यू हुआ है, फिर उसको जेलर बनाया गया है, ठीक है। सो ही इज अ गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल। जो भी जेलर है, जो दूसरों को जेल में डालता है, जो सुपरिटेंड करता है एक सेल को, वार्ड को, वो भी गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल ही है। इट्स नॉट अ बैड गाय। अब जो गवर्नमेंट ने रूल बनाया है, वो एज पर दोज रूल्स काम कर रहा है, कि अगर किसी ने मर्डर किया है, किसी ने चोरी किया है, तो उसको इस वाले सेल में डाला जाएगा। किसी ने छोटा मोटा 200-300 यूरो चुराए हैं, तो उसको इधर डाला जाएगा। फिर किसी को काल कोठरी में डाला जाएगा। तो वो अपने मन से नहीं कर रहा है काम, गवर्नमेंट के रूल्स के ही तहत वो काम कर रहा है। समझ रहे हैं? एंड दैट इज माया देवी। रूल तो बने, धर्मराज ने बनाए कृष्ण के साथ मीटिंग करके, कि अगर ये किया तो ये मिलेगा, ये किया तो ये मिलेगा। माया देवी तो बस उसको फॉलो कर रही है। तभी भगवान बोलते हैं मया अध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सुचराचरा, कि मेरे अध्यक्षता में, मेरे सुपरिटेंडेंस में माया देवी काम कर रही है। 9.10 भगवद गीता। अब आप क्वेश्चन पूछिए क्या है?
Yeah, Prabhuji. So that was, I already had this understanding, and thanks for making it more clear also. So now Abhi, is lecture where you were saying that when you are in the company of bhaktas, then Maya Devi is going to test even more. They are going to get food and everything. When you are already doing good, why would Krishna allow to test even harsher?
क्योंकि प्रभु जी, जब आप एग्जाम में, अब आप पढ़ाई की आपने 5th एग्जाम की, अब जब 6th एग्जाम में जाने, तो एग्जाम तो देना पड़ेगा ना 6th क्लास में जाने के लिए, राइट? लाइफ टाइम आप 5th क्लास में तो नहीं रहोगे। तो हम जो भी पढ़ रहे हैं, लेट्स से मैं आपको अच्छी चीजें बता रहा हूँ, कि एक दूसरे से रिस्पेक्टफुल रहो, ठीक है, डेली माला करो। सुन तो लिया आपने, लेकिन क्या कर रहे हो? अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हो तो टेस्ट में फेल हो जाओगे, अगर आप कर रहे हो तो टेस्ट में पास हो जाओगे, राइट? मैंने आपको पढ़ाया, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री पढ़ाया, मैंने आपको ज्योमेट्री पढ़ाया। आपने अगर पढ़ा तो आप एग्जाम में बैठोगे और आप पास हो जाओगे। डरना क्यों है? एग्जाम तो देना ही पड़ेगा ना, भले डर भी लगता हो एग्जाम से। तो सो दैट इज इट प्रभु जी, कि जब हम भक्तों के संग में भी हैं, तो एग्जाम और टफ हो जाता है, और उसको पास करना होता है हमको, फिर तभी तो आगे बढ़ेंगे आप। जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनता है, ऐसे तो बैठे बैठे नहीं बनता। अभी तो करप्ट गवर्नमेंट तो कोई भी बन जाता है, बट स्टिल उसके लिए बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। IAS ऑफिसर कोई ऐसे तो नहीं बन जाता है, उसके पहले उसको कई एग्जाम देने पड़ जाते हैं। तो कोई भी एक भक्त ऐसे थोड़ी बन जाएगा। अभी तो हम प्रैक्टिसिंग डिवोटीज हैं। भक्त बनने के लिए बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स पास करने पड़ेंगे हमको, और जितना आप ऊपर जाते हो इंटरव्यू में, उतने टफ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, isn't it? जब आप लास्ट राउंड में पहुंचते हो तो कितने टफ क्वेश्चन होते हैं आपके पास, राइट? सो उसी तरीके से जब आप आगे बढ़ते जाओगे भक्त बनने के उसमें, तो क्वेश्चन और टफ होते जाएंगे, एग्जाम और टफ होते जाएगा हमारा, ठीक है?
So just one more thing on this. So this part is clear, but the way it feels like this whole test is not about selecting, it is about rejecting.
Yes, that is true. बिल्कुल, क्योंकि हमको अभी पता ही, जैसे मैंने बोला ना, कि वी कीप लर्निंग अबाउट आवर सेल्फ एज वेल। जैसे मान लो मैं आपको बताता हूँ, कोई शादी करता है किसी से, ठीक है, तो स्टार्टिंग में क्या होता है कि आप किसी से मिलते हो तो सब अच्छी अच्छी बातें होती है ना, हमको सब अच्छा ही दिखता है, वो अपना अच्छा ही दिखाता है हमको कि मैं ऐसा हूँ, मैं वैसा हूँ, लड़की दिखाती है मैं ऐसी हूँ, मैं वैसी हूँ, मैं खाना बनाऊंगी, मैं माँ बाप का सेवा करूंगी, लड़का ही बोलेगा हाँ मैं भी मिलके खाना बनाऊंगा, मैं भी सेवा करूंगा, ये बट क्या होता है शादी के बाद? नहीं होता है, isn't it? तो कौन दिखावा कर रहा है? जो जेन्युइन है ना, मतलब जो सच में मानता है कि मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ लेकिन मैं करना चाहता हूँ, वो फेल नहीं हुआ कभी भी टेस्ट में, क्योंकि भगवान भी तो सुपरिटेंडेंट है ना, वो भी तो देख रहे हैं ऊपर से। माया देवी ऐसे थोड़ी कि इंडिपेंडेंटली किसी को भी लात मार देंगी, नहीं, वो भी डरेंगे कि ये भगवान, ये जेन्युइन केस है, ये ट्राई कर रहा है, इससे नहीं हो पा रहा है, मंगल आरती में उठना चाह रहा है, नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो ऐसा नहीं कि वो दबोच देंगी, या 16 माला करना चाह रहा है, नहीं हो पा रहा है, या फिर गुस्सा कंट्रोल करना चाह रहा है, नहीं हो पा रहा है। लेकिन जो प्रिटेंड कर रहा है ना, जो दिखावा कर रहा है कि मेरा दंडवत प्रणाम करो, मैं तो बड़ा भक्त हूँ, मैं तो सीनियर डिवोटी हूँ, मैं तो 20 साल से मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ, उसको दबोचा जाएगा प्रभु जी। समझ रहे हैं? जो जेन्युइन केस है उसके साथ कभी कुछ बुरा नहीं होगा, भगवान संभाल लेंगे उसको। बट यू आर राइट, दिस इज एक्चुअली क्या बोलते हैं, जब आपका ग्रुप वाइवा होता है, कुछ होता है ना, वो रिजेक्शन प्रोसेस होता है, मास रिजेक्शन वाला, वैसा होता है, क्योंकि इन द एंड बहुत इक्के दुक्के ही पहुंचने वाले। मनुष्य नाम सहस्रेषु कश्चित यतति सिद्धये, 7.3 भगवद गीता भगवान बोलते हैं कि बहुत कम ही लोग हैं, बिरले हैं जो वाकई में मेरे पास पहुंचेंगे और मुझे वो समझ पाएंगे। बट उसका प्राइस बताऊं क्या है? बीइंग सिंपल। जो बहुत स्वाभाविक से जो सिंपल हो गया ना प्रभु जी, डरने की बात ही नहीं है, हमें पता है कि हमारी प्रॉब्लम क्या है। जिसको पता होने के बाद भी वो नजरअंदाज कर रहा है ना, ईगो में बता नहीं रहा है, शेयर नहीं कर रहा है डॉक्टर से कि मैं स्मोकिंग करता हूँ, मैं ड्रिंकिंग करता हूँ, कि डॉक्टर मुझे जज करेगा। अरे तो इलाज कैसे होगा तुम्हारा अगर तुम नहीं बताओगे तो, isn't it? सो उसी तरीके से जो आके सीनियर डिवोटीज को बता देते कि प्रभु जी ये प्रॉब्लम है, माता जी ये प्रॉब्लम है मेरे साथ, मैं कर रहा हूँ, हो नहीं पा रहा है, माया देवी उसको कुछ नहीं करने वाली है प्रभु।